10:19. It says this, "Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you." God is all love. God created everything to be just. Jesus said you don't have to worry about demons. He's showing that he has authority over demons, cast them out. So why the obsession in modern Christianity with demons and devils? If you was to go onto YouTube, type in demons, see what comes up. Admittedly, they're not all Christians. There's this obsession that they're out to get you, grab you, and they're there. It doesn't vibe with what I've read in Scripture, and certainly what Jesus seems to be saying. Is it because of medievalism? Are we still enthralled by that? There's a piece by Michael Heiser called Demons, What the Bible Really Says About the Powers of Darkness, and I'll just quote here, "How tradition can take over." In quotations, "Satan rebelled before the creation of humankind and took a third of the angels with him." End quote. And he says, "This is an excellent example of how a Christian tradition can become doctrine. There isn't a single verse in the entirety of Scripture that tells us A, the original rebel sinned before the episode of Genesis 3, or B, a third of the angels also fell either before humanity's fall or at the time of that fall. There's only one passage that mentions a third of the angels, presumably, and Satan, the serpent in tandem, and that's Revelation 12:1. If Jesus was a Jew and he knew the Scripture, how close then is the Old Testament teachings that he was standing behind in the belief in demons?
In the early biblical and the Talmudic accounts, demons isn't a word. It's rukim, and rukim is spirits, where we get ruach, spirit. Yeah. Rukim is the spirits, and so the spirit world was referred to like that. They were the rukim. So there is clearly a very clear Jewish understanding that there is a spirit world.
Yeah.
And the spirit world is either in line with God or opposed to God.
Yeah.
That's it. So when we come to the time of Jesus and we're writing in Greek, the Greek writer is going, well, what word would I be using today in the Hellenistic culture to capture the spirit world? And that word would be daemon. Daemon in the Greek is the inferior spirit to God, but the superior spirit to man.
Yeah, God-like, that thing between the divine and ourselves. Yeah, absolutely.
Small g gods. Yeah. And when you look into the Greek world with Achilles, Apollo, and all the others, these are the gods. These are the spirits. And so Jesus is, and the writers are capturing in their culture and their context, in the language. And that's where we anglicise the word demon. We could still call them rukim,
yes.
And perhaps we should.